Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you very much, first of all, for taking the time to come along to this afternoon's business engagement event. Just a couple of words from me before I hand over to my colleague Nicola Pierce, who's going to talk in a lot more detail about some of the interesting things that are going on across Neath and Talbot at the moment. And just to say, really, that from a council point of view, growing our local and regional economy is absolutely front and centre of what the council is focused on. And there's a huge amount that is happening across Neath and Talbot at the moment. Things to be very excited about, but there are challenges as well that I'm sure we all appreciate in the room. So a key message from me, I think, is to say that Neath and Talbot Council is very clearly focused on what the opportunities are for growing our local economy. There'll be a lot of information shared today, which I hope will be really useful and interesting for all of you, but we're also very equally interested in understanding from your perspective how you see the world and where you think the focus needs to be as we collectively, in partnership, move this agenda forward together. I just wanted to say a little bit about Tata before I hand over to Nicola, because clearly from last September, the decision to introduce an electric arc furnace down there at the steelworks and the shape of the transition plan has been a very significant and material change that we've needed to take some time to think about. I'm not speaking on behalf of the Transition Board, but what I can say to you is the Council is fully engaged in the work the Transition Board is doing, and we are working very hard with our partners to make sure that we are taking the right steps to mitigate the negative impacts that come with the shape of the transition plan, but very much looking to how we can secure the maximum benefits from the £1.25 billion worth of investment that is going to take place down at the steelworks. In terms of how we're doing that, the Transition Board has commissioned something called a Local Economic Action Plan that will be presented to the Board later this month. It's going to do a number of things, and hopefully in due course we'll be able to share the content of that more widely. But it is estimating the economic impact of the changes that are taking place in Port Talbot and more broadly. It is looking at the steps that we need to take in the short term to mitigate the impact on people, families, businesses and our wider community. But it's also then looking at a pipeline of regeneration opportunities where we can look to replace the jobs that will be coming out to the steelworks as they go through their own change programme there. So I just wanted to say a little bit about Talbot, because I think, given the significance of the issue, I'm not sure how wired people are in to what is going on there. But certainly by the end of April, there will be a framework the Transition Board will be considering in terms of how we will work together to support the delivery of the change done, and also mitigate, as I say, some of the challenges that come with that. And hopefully we can share that more widely once the Transition Board has given that its blessing. So I think that's probably enough for me, because if I say any more, Nicola is going to shoot me, and she put me under strict instructions not to depart into all the other really interesting and exciting projects we've got in the calendar, because she's planning on outlining those herself. But just for me, again, thank you very much for taking the time to attend this afternoon. I'll be here all afternoon. So if you want to come and speak to me about anything, please make yourself known, because I'm really interested to hear what you've got to say.